And hello, it is Friday. I am here. Thank you for watching the video because right now I think only video is seeing what's going on. I have a plan today to be with numerology. Numerology just excites me all to pieces. So we are here again in this foyer, laying the foundation for a new future. June, which is adding in the vibration of new beginnings. We get to initiate, innovate, and even imitate as we create something new, figuring out how we want it to be. And there are systems that are worth imitating, although I'm in favor of innovation myself. I'm certainly learning to do a lot of things, new ways, new softwares, new systems. My goodness gracious. So that one energy is very much with me. And then today we have an 8 because it's the 26th. 2 plus 6 is 8, so lots of flow. And adding that to the 1 of the month means we're reaching the end of a cycle. We have completion. So we're starting, we're ending, we are complete because of that connection and that flow. So it's rather a lovely day to be here. I'm planning on doing some birth dates, some grids, well, we'll see what happens. If nobody comes, I will sit and talk to myself. I have some cards I can play with. I have my cards. I haven't changed the website yet, but the card deck, the Wisdom of the Garden Path, now available for sale. Oh yeah. So that's very exciting. And if you're watching the video and you don't know, I'm going to be doing some Zoom sessions coming up. The moment the plan looks as though I did a survey, you all are very interested in weekday mornings. Who knew? Fabulous. And actually that works because what's a weekday morning here is still a sensible time for people in the UK, who are the other people who answered the survey. So this next, I wrote it down and now I don't know. It's July, because this month is full already. July the 2nd, which is Thursday, so nearly a week away, at 10:30 Eastern. Going to try a Zoom, talking about numerology. People who wanted to learn more about numerology, this is your chance, and we can dialogue, which is going to be very exciting. Dialogue a verb, that's really bad, isn't it? But we can have an actual conversation instead of me just talking to a screen, which currently it looks as though I'm going to be doing for a little while. Okay. And then the following week on the 8th, which is Wednesday, a lot of people, the most interest was for learning about card spreads. So I am happy to teach what I know. There are a couple that I formulated that go with my card deck. I'll share those, and then I've got lots of resource about different kinds of card spreads and how to use them and what kinds of questions they can answer. So that's really rather exciting. That's also 10:30 Eastern on the morning of Wednesday the 8th of July. And what I will have you do is send me a message either on this page or my personal page in Facebook, or head over to the website at www.joleith.com. And hello, Jessica. This is wonderful. Oh, wow, what an awesome day to be born. Just to finish that thought for the video, yes, you can drop me an email at branjo@activist.com and tell me that you want to come to the Zoom, and I will send you the link. That's the secret, is you've got to have the link to get to the Zoom, right? Okay, so I have a 02221982. That's just magical. Oh, do you know, Jessica, that you are a very old soul back here doing stuff over again and tidying up some of your karmic business? Oh, this is a lovely day. I like it, although it is not without its challenges. I get that too. Okay, so 222198. All right, so you have a line up the center. I don't know if you know the number grid. It's sort of like a tic-tac-toe chart, and the numbers fit in starting at the bottom and going up, growing as all things do. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So they're always in those positions, and then we drop the numbers of your date in and see where there are lines, where there are connections, that kind of thing. And yours, fascinating stuff. That line up the middle is a fabulous thing. I have to change the name of it. My teacher that I learned this from calls it, and I say this every time I do it, it's called the line of disappointment. And that sounds like such a negative thing. We don't like to be disappointed in life. But what it's actually, the energy that it carries is about the search for something more. You're never ever satisfied to just sit in the corner and go, oh, okay, this is it. This is fine. This is good. There's always this search for something else. Because wherever you are, it can be wonderful, but there might be something more. And off you go, not necessarily disappointed, but in search of better. And as a result, you find different stuff. And then you can come and tell the rest of us, hey, you guys, there's elephant rides around the corner. Come on down. And not that I in any way condone the exploitation of elephants, yes. But you find the good stuff to share with the rest of us, which is a very, very interesting and exciting thing. Okay, Jessica. I'm going to stick your name on there just in case we end up alone again, because I can come back to it. Ashley, are you willing to give me your year? I can give you, let me see now, the 18th of the 12th this year. So this year you're in a 7-year, and you have 18 and 12. Okay. So in a, yeah, Ashley is in a 7-year this year, which is sometimes a very difficult year. Everybody's having a fairly difficult year, I think. Okay, I'm thinking that's 21 March, Amanda. So the total 7 for the whole year, while the world is setting down a new foundation, that 4 where we're creating the base upon which we will move forward. You are in a time, 7 is the teacher. It's always the teacher. That's it moves from one place to another, but it still remains the it's a time when you get a chance to learn new things, which very often means that there are challenges in your way. There are things that feel like obstacles. There is, and if you haven't yet reached a place where you are here now and you're resisting it and you're wanting it to be different than it is, then you may feel it as a very difficult thing. Okay, you've given me your 2000. Oh, I love the children of the millennium. Thank you. All right. So Ashley, that is then a 2. So now 3. So your total for your whole life, your birth force, is a 5. No, it isn't. I'm telling lies. No, I'm not. Okay, it's a 2. It's a 5. I looked back and didn't see what I'd done in the calculations. 5 is the point of growth and expansion and improvement and progress. The chart that I use, it's like a tic-tac-toe. 5 is in the middle. It's the only one that touches all of the other energies. So it's the one that moves us forward and progresses us and makes things better. So that's awesome. And this year you're in a 7. There may be some challenges, but you, with that 5 energy, you're really good at adjusting to the new stuff and figuring out new ways of doing things. So this year is not going to be nearly as bad for you as it may be for a lot of people, because you're just good at it. It's what you've come to do. Okay, Amanda. Amanda, you have a lovely line. That 1, 2, 3 that you get because of your 21 and your March. So you get the line up the side, the 1, 2, 3. It's called the line of organization, and I've got this, so I totally love this line. Amanda, you would have been one of those little girls who arranged your toys in color groupings or in family groupings, or as soon as you learnt the alphabet, you figured out how to alphabetize your bookcase so that it looked like the library. It's, hey Marcel, good to see you. You're really good at, Amanda, at imposing order on chaotic situations and creating systems that make it that much easier for everybody else to work with. So that is a lovely energy. You're also 8 until the age of 28, which you're past there, you're around about there. 91, 101, 111, 121. Okay, so like now. All right. You are you're in a lovely energy. You have been with people, your first family, your first relationships, jobs, education, all of those things. You have been tidying up karmic stuff, getting some conclusions from things that were left unfinished before. Okay. That was Amanda. So this is going to be Regina or Regina. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I need you to please tell me, are you October or December? Because I can't tell from that date. I'm going to skip ahead and look at, oh dear me, this is wonderful. Marjorie on the 9th of February, 1979. You are so psychic. You have so much going on with your spiritual numbers. This is, and your total for the whole of your life, the vibration, the birth force that's going on with you is a 1. You are a person who initiates, innovates, and makes all things begin. There's there was nothing and then there was something. That's 1 energy, and you have a lot of that. So lots of original thinking, lots of being outside the box and bringing new stuff through. Your all of these 9s may make you self-conscious and self-censoring sometimes, because you understand the importance of your own behavior and how it affects everything. 9 is a very holistic energy. So if you get hung up on the idea that you doing something might ripple out into the world and somebody else might get hurt, you might stay home instead of going out in the world. And you have come deliberately on that day to learn about living inside your own skin, taking responsibility for your own self and not accepting responsibility for other people. Give them the space to live their own lives. You do what you need to do without being deliberately negative or destructive in any way, and you will be fine. Okay, this was Marjorie. All right. Okay, so okay, Regina. October, I see that. So that's the 10th of the 3, 1, and 8, which is a 3. So a very creative person. Your primary birth force is in the place of inspiration. You're another psychic with lots and lots in that top square. This is so interesting. Who gets drawn to these sessions? You're in an 8th year for 2020. You're in a place where you are very much in the flow of bringing in cosmic energy, cosmic wisdom. You're very inspired. You're always very inspired. And if you're keeping yourself open so that you are that hollow reed, bringing energy through into the world, you have so much to offer to us. You have come in order to help the new ways of thinking, and this we're using the phrase all the time, new normal now. You get just suddenly fully formed concepts of how things can be different and how things can be better and how they can serve us. And that is such a gift to everyone that you are able to do that, and that you do that. Okay, so I have Shanesa or Shanice, the 22nd of May. 1992, so that's a 4 and a 5 and a 3. So you're another 3, another one of these really creative people. I love it. You're also very, you definitely came in order to be here in the 2000s, having that for 1,000 years. We all got the one at the beginning of our birth year, and you've got that too. But we're moving now. We've got 20-year-olds, and somebody was just here who is born in 2000. We've got a whole world coming up who don't have a 1 at the beginning of their birth date. You have all of these 2s born on the 22nd and in a 2 year, or a year with a 2. You are able to fully comprehend and take on board the energy of the millennium, because it's a very different world than the world that we grew up in. And even you in 92, the world was changing, and it's very different now. And as these young people come up and are the ones running the businesses and managing the systems that we all work with, we need people who can be interpreters between how the older people think, who were raised with this individualism and this understanding of individuality and working through hierarchy. How do we relate to people who work in consensus and committee, and it's all about networking and community? And you are one of the people who is really, really well equipped to be that bridge between the generations. So that's really exciting. I'm glad you're here, Shanice. All right, that was Shanice. Where am I at? Mariam, on the 19th of July, 98. What a lot of young people. This is delightful. Thank you so much for being here. And you have an 8. 8 is your oh, you're lovely, lovely, lovely. So you have a lot of 9s again. And what I was talking about, people who sometimes hold themselves back because they don't want to have any kind of negative impact. That's a difficult way to live, and a difficult thing that you've given yourself to overcome, but you're totally capable of overcoming it. And it's seated in a place of such caring and such generosity of spirit that you are willing to limit yourself in order to not create any negative impact out there. It's a situation you are here to deliberately overcome. It's like signing up for a trigonometry class before you know for sure that you can do trigonometry. It's in the doing of it that you find your success, and it's in the finding that boundary between what you're responsible for, which is your life, and what you're not responsible for, which is other people's reactions to your life. And finding that, it takes time, and it takes work, and it takes effort, and it's something that you are able to do. You've got this lovely flow going on with the 8 that is overall over the whole of your life. Who am I at? I'm at Mariam. The two cells of an eight are like an in-breath and an out-breath. You can't take one of them away and have it be the same. It's this constant flow between the seen and the unseen, between your spirit, your soul, and your physical body. Just this ongoing flow that you bring a wonderful, and because you've got this 789 line, it's called the line of enthusiasm. So when you read a book that excites you, or you learn something new, you want everybody else to know about it too, which is like shining a light in the darkness for the people around you. They benefit so much from having you get excited about new stuff and introduce them to it. So that's lovely. Really, really nice. All right, Siddhanti. 15121991. Lots and lots of ones. A lovely line through here. The 159 line is called the the line of determination. And you are a person who oh, nice. Your total for your birth force is a 2, which again, if you've been here for a little while, talking about relating with younger people who are children of the millennium, who are here to live in communal, consensus based relationship networking. Look at the network and how interconnected the world is since 2000, how we're shifting into this place where it's very much about working together and being connected and aware of the connection with everywhere around the world. So you again have that lovely, lovely 2 energy going on. What you're overcoming is a plethora. The 4 ones in your date suggest a childhood where you didn't get to be yourself all the time, and you had to adapt and adjust for the adults and the situations that were around you, and you learnt a wonderful skill of reading other people and giving them what they want. But you're 91, 111, you're coming on 30. You hopefully have had that day when you look in the mirror and go, which one is me? I don't even know. And of course, they are all you, however you've responded to other people. Whatever the mask is that you put on, you were still there. But learning to figure out what is all you and feels authentic, and be in that place where you present yourself rather than what you think other people want. That's what you came to do. That's the reason that you're here at the end of the day. Okay, so that's lovely. And the line of determination, when you get your teeth into that or any other project, something that lights your fire, you will be unstoppable. There is absolutely success for you going forward. That is just lovely. I'm seeing Casey on the 17th of the 7th, 1985. Okay, yeah, 1985. It's 8 and 7 and 5, which is 7 and 8 is 15 is 20. Is that right? 5, 12, 20. Yes. So another 2, another person who is here being part of the bridge. I love you. I just never know who's going to be attracted to these sessions. And that's a lovely energy to see it again with that 2, that ability to create relationship and move forward. You have 2 lines in this grid, and if you've been here a little while, you've heard about them both. The 159, the line of determination, that once you find what it is that you want, you will be unstoppable. Success is assured. And then the 789, which is the line of enthusiasm. So the kind of person who is so going to carry the world forward in the millennium, that too just assures that you have massive impact that you're going to make. I am really clipping through these cards. I didn't expect quite so many people. Okay, I'm seeing Tamara on the 18th of December. Where have you gone? 1996. I love this. So many young people. 7. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. So 11, which is a magic number. The the seat of intuition and higher intelligence. I do not. I do continue with the adding, and I do use it as a 2. Lots of 9s again. Conceivably, um, some anxiety, some self-censoring, some concerns about social activity, and everything I said before about that coming from a wonderful place within you and being a really deliberate act. Those of you who came in the 90s, you've planned, and then you picked the 19th. You had a plan before you got here that this is the work you're going to do during this lifetime. And interestingly, you left yourself wide open. That line there, which as you see, it's empty, but it's a line of empty. That this one is called the line of skepticism. So, as a young person, you did not take on board anybody else's set of beliefs or dogma or doctrine or anything else. You were very much wanting to see evidence in your own life before you took something to heart and took it as part of your own worldview. And because of that, you do not have any unlearning to do. You don't have to let go of cherished beliefs that have been passed down through the generations because you've always gone, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Which means as you find things that you can say, oh, yes, I do know, then you can just take them on board and go with it. It's wonderful. So again, you've got that too, that relationship, that succeeding in the years beginning with 2, of which we have a few ahead. And a lovely, that 6 there is in the place where you're working. You have an intention to leave the world in better condition than you found it. And that just is a delight for everybody. I really, really like that. Okay, Marjorie, you're welcome. Regina, thank you. I'm glad. Pooja, we have 27th of the 9th of 1977. Wow, girl, you're just all psychic all the time. 7, 9, 1, 9, 7, 7. Okay, so 7s and 9s are the spiritual numbers, and with this many, it's a wonder you're here and not away with the fairies. You have these 7s. 7 is the teacher, and having 3 of them suggests that there have been a lot of things you've had to learn, which suggests there have been some challenges, there have been some difficulties, and there may well be again. But it's always about, because I'm sure you know the phrase, what you resist persists. Right? So if there's a wall in the way of the direction that you had been planning to walk, you get there and there's a wall. You can choose to keep walking into the wall and banging yourself, or because resisting it will just persist and you'll hurt yourself. Or you can walk along it looking for the doorway or looking for the end or looking for the gate or the place where there's a tunnel, whatever it is. That obstacle teaches you to take a different direction. And there's a lot of that in your life. And when you accept with a glad heart that there's going to be a wall, and I'll just, when I get there, I'll figure out which way to go, that's a whole lot easier than trying to knock the wall down, because that's not what you're here to do, not at all. While you're in that spirit is flowing. That's part of the deal. Spirit is leading you to the path that you wanted to take. So allowing spirit to come through, being open to it, being aware with your 9s, and you've got 2 of those. Enough you're born in the century, you pick September. The other spiritual number, the one that is about the holistic nature of all of life, and that's all of human life and life on earth and life in the cosmos. It's all one, and we are all aspects of that one. So as you have spirit flowing in the 7s and teaching, and you're your connection with the oneness that is your own wisdom and cosmic wisdom. If you're not working in this field, in the spiritual field, then that's a choice that you've made, but you totally could make a choice to do the work. I suggest to people who've got the 7 and the 9, and there's probably more of you here. Um, we're most of us are born with 2 arms with all the muscles. We don't all choose to be weightlifters. That takes a decision and a learning and a training and a practice. And the same is true with 7 and 9. You've got them both. You can do this work. You've got the tools, but you have to make a decision that that's what you're going to do. You have to learn about how to do it, find a way to practice and do it every day. You can be hugely successful. You really truly can. You've also got the line up the center that encourages you to go looking for more all the time, and I have no doubt that spirit is with you. 14, 15, 6. So your total for the whole of life is a 6, which is that service, that's improving the world on your way through it. So with your connection to spirit, and the example that you set, that the people around you get to see, you absolutely are making the world a better place. That's so cool. Thank you. You come here often, Pooja. I've seen your name before. I really like that. I have Trisha next. Trisha, 22 August 1987. Oh, lots of 8s. Sometimes you procrastinate. I know this about you. Okay, so you've got 2 lines too. You're up the center, that line that has you going looking for other things, Miss Trisha. And you've got the line of enthusiasm, which is awesome, because then you get excited and you excite us. So not only are you going and looking around the corner because you're sure there must be something more, when you find that something more, you're so excited you want us all to know about it. And we get the benefit of that. And thank you. You're the one who makes the discoveries that are going to make our lives better. And that's just fabulous. And it doesn't matter if it's the marketplace with a sale on widgets, or if it's some other great thing. You are promoting great goodness in the world. You have, what was I, oh, these 8s. 8s are about balance and fairness and comparing the 2 sides of an argument, those 2 cells. It's really, really important. Enormous fairness and good judgment. What happens when you have a lot of them, and 8 is more than enough. Okay, you've got a 2 for your life force as well, I think, for your birth force. This is a 3, and this is a 9 and a 7 and a, oh, maybe not. 7 and 3. 7 and 3 is 10. So you're an innovator. Okay, all right, we're good. When you're comparing things, because you've got the 2 8s, you're finding extra things to compare. So, on the one hand, you think that we'll paint it purple, and on the other hand, maybe it'll be prettier if it's pink. But on the other hand, maybe if it was green, and then on the other hand, it could be nice if it was polka dot. You can get caught up in all of the research and all of the possibilities and exploring all the options, and you really want to be fair to everybody and give everybody a chance, and that can turn into procrastination, and just you never get finished with the research. So the lesson for you is to develop and to celebrate your self-discipline, and to say, I'm going to do the research and I'm going to figure it out and try all the filters and all the different colors, but on Friday at noon, I'm going to make the decision, and stand by that, and know that you're perfectly capable of doing enough research by Friday at noon, and then go with it. And that's lovely. Okay, we're good. That was Trisha. Next one. Thank you. This is interesting. Hello, Denise. We've got more twos, and I'm willing to learn. I know for some people it's Denise, and for some people it's Denise, and it matters. It absolutely matters. You have a 6, another person who's here making the world a better place. From oh, and aren't you interesting? You've got the line of disappointment and the line of the skeptic. Depends how long you've been here to know what we're doing. So that's a really interesting. I'm not concerned, but I bring your attention, ladies and gentlemen, to all of these twos. 22nd of February. Seriously, did I get that right? Yes. Um, two is about relationship and about, gosh, I'm going to run out of cards. And about all relationships, not just being in a couple, but how you relate to the person who hands your coffee out the window at the drive-through, how you relate to the driver on the transit when you're getting on, all of those, how you relate to your children, your parents, your siblings, all of those relationships. When you have one being your core identity and your central understanding of who you are as an individual, and then you have 3 twos, it suggests that sometimes you just kind of give yourself away and you try to feel, you try to do what you think other people want rather than even knowing what it is that you want. There's the phrase is people pleasing, and sometimes that's the line of least resistance. You don't want to stand up for yourself, you just do whatever they want, and that's fine. And that's lovely, except they're not going to get in the box with you at the end of this life. It's really important that you live your own life, that you develop enough self-understanding to know what it is that you want. And sometimes what you want is to make Fred happy, and making his dinner and doing a dance is going to fulfill what you want, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not about not serving people. What it's about is, I really want to go to the cinema. Fred wants me to cook his stew, so I'll cook his stew because I want him to like me. That's not the bargain. No, 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 no. So look at your motivations, and look at your what it is that you want, your soul desires. And if you don't have a quiet practice, whether that's tree hugging or prayer or meditation or a moving meditation where you're walking or cycling and getting into that zone where you can just be with your own inner self, find a way to get to there, to know what it is. I've lost your name. You're Denise, right? What it is that Denise is here in the world to do, and what it is that is going to expand Denise's experience of life. Because when you are fully yourself, that is when you have the most soul growth and the most impact on other people, because that's what you came for. Doing what you came for. I came to do numerology. Can you tell? Okay, hello, Jen. Thanks. Happy Friday. It is a happy Friday. I'm having a lovely time. All right, Siddhante. Okay. All right. That's. Whoops. Oh my gracious. There's thousands of people here. Um, I'm glad. I have no doubt that you will keep your word. All right. So I have an Amanda. Amanda on the 23rd of August. 85. I love that people who came in August in the 80s are here today. I hope that you heard what I said about the multiple. Oh, this is a nice day, Amanda. Oh, I like this. You're here doing some karmic cleanup in midlife. Oh, this is so cool. So your total is a 9, which I don't know that we've seen that very much today. Oh, nice. Okay. So you are very much here bringing that consciousness of the oneness of all, and unity consciousness, right? You you're just like unity walking around. You really are. Except for a little bit of procrastination. Watch the video to see what I said about 2/8, because I have no doubt that applies to you too. I love that you've got the 1, 2, 3 line, which is the line of organization, which I have also talked about before. You have the 1, 5, 9, which is that line of determination. So you got stuff going on, Amanda. I really, really like this date. Um, this year you're in an 8 year as well, so you've got decision making going on. You've got a need to be doing some of that research and exploring all the options. Do not procrastinate. Um, but you are bringing in the flow, and you're winding down. Next year you'll be in a 9, so you're concluding things. There are projects and relationships and work things that are going to come to a close just because they're completed. Maybe if you're writing a book, you're going to get it sent to the publisher next year. Um, and the exciting thing about knowing that that's coming as you're with this flow in this 8 year, you're moving into all of these wonderful completions and conclusions. And in 2022, stuff is just going to open up for you. The one brings you a lot of new opportunities, and you'll have room for it because of all the stuff that finished in 2021, right? So you're at a really, really nice place in life right now, and I'd love to play more with your date, but I can't because there's a bunch of people here. Okay, Mona. Mona. We have the 11th of May. Mona, 1973. So that's 2 and 5. And 2. We got another one doing karmic stuff. Wow. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's a 2. So that is, you are a 9. What? That's amazing. You're very, very similar profile to Amanda, who was just ahead of you. So we have 1, 1, 5, 1, 9, 7, and 3. So the 7 and 9, they're present. They're not as intense as the people who had multiples there. You've got that thing going on with the ones where you learnt to do what people around you wanted, and that it becomes a skill. Really, really good at working with people, and whether that's in counseling or it's in sales or it's in teaching, that ability to read other people. But it's so important that the person you really make an effort to know is Mona. That's just profoundly important. You have that 1, 5, 9 line of determination. So when you find whatever it is that you're here to do, you will be unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. Lovely psychic flow going on. You may well have very, very good intuition and sometimes some precognitive dreams, that kind of thing, some deja vu that comes through, because spirit is going, hello, Mona, we're here, we want to work with you. And there's no good reason to deny that. Heidi, you are the 8th of February, 1983. Does anybody have just 1, 8? I don't know, that's so funny. 8, 2, 1, 9, 8, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, which is the line of organization, alphabetizing, organizing, and generally making things better than they were before. And you have the clear line up the center where you go looking for more. A little bit of there's a wonderful song by Peggy Lee. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Is that all there is? It's the question she asks in the song. And there's that line. Yes, it's everything's lovely and delightful. And what else? What else? Is this all there is? No, I'm going to go looking for something more. So that's an energy that's with you. Your total is a 4. You're the first person I've seen this afternoon, I think, with a 4 total. 4s are the bedrock of all things. This is when we build something with four sides, it doesn't fall over. This is solid, strong, reliable, dependable energy. And it's the base on which we start building. When we get into a five and we begin to expand, we need our roots to be on something really firm and solid. And that's what the four is. So you are a dependable, reliable person that gets stuff done. You're very often fours really good with details. A four can be a Swiss watchmaker. Somebody who doesn't have lots of fours cannot, because we don't do that really detailed work, knowing the importance of every little thing. So that's and you're organized about it, because 1, 2, 3, really nice, really nice. Okay, there's thousands of you. My gracious me, Beth. I did say I was only going to stay for an hour today, because the other day I stayed longer and it was more than 24th of the 2 of the 1969. Okay, 6 and 2 and 7, which is a 6. So we have another one doing service, making the world a better place than it was before. 2, 4, 2, 1, 9, 6, 9. Okay, so we have the line of the skeptic down through. You did not adopt fully formed somebody else's doctrine. You're one of those seekers of evidence and proof, and looking to see how things really work in life. You have two twos, only one and two twos, so a little bit of people pleasing. Sometimes you're here to learn to bring that back. You've got the 2 9s as well, so that's that self-censoring thing where you don't want to hurt anybody or damage anybody or have a negative impact, because every one of us, everything we do ripples out, right? If I decide I want the $2 shoes, there's going to be a child in a sweatshop somewhere, and I have to decide, do I want that to happen? I don't, so I don't buy the $2 shoes. That doesn't mean I'm going to walk around barefoot all the time. And the problem with the 9s is that sometimes that kind of happens. Don't want to do that, don't want to hurt that, don't want to create this bad thing. So it winds up not stepping forward and moving into life and making progress. So having 2 2s where you want to please other people and 2 9s where you don't want to hurt anybody, you may find yourself with a certain amount of difficulty just in not knowing how to get started, right? And this is because you so want to make the world a better place. That 6th birth force is about serving and making it better. So I can see there well have been a lot of conflict in your life. You're also older than some of the other people here, so you probably worked out a lot of this, and you came on that day in order to do this work, and hopefully now you can look back and go, oh yeah, when I was 25, blah blah blah. And I hope it's better now. I really do. And if it isn't, make an appointment to see me. Okay, that was Beth. Pooja, did you? Hello, Heather. Yes, lovely to see you. I don't see a date though. I'm sorry. Jasmine, I have you on. I don't know when I have you. Are you the 4th of April or are you? Whoops. Cancel that. 4th of April or the 11th of April, the 4th of November. I can't tell. Tamara Jane, I'm delighted. Tammy, hello. Okay, 27th of the 10th in 1952. And actually in the grid, I guess it doesn't matter the order, but it does for some things. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's another 9. We've got another one doing the holistic understanding of life, also with lots of sevens and nines, because the 0 from October goes into that 9 square. So you've got those spiritual weightlifting arms for sure. And okay, what? Something very odd has happened to my feed. All right, this I'm with Tammy because we're waiting on Jasmine's details. Okay, so down there. Okay, maybe perhaps. Oh dear, I'm sorry, my scrolling is doing weird things. Okay, Tammy Todd, 1027. Yes, okay. You have the 159 line, which is that line of determination where sometimes there is 1952. Okay, all right, cool. Everybody, we all got this in the 50s, right? The 159. And we were part of a changing generation between our parents and what their lives and their careers had looked like and where things were going, which we couldn't tell necessarily in the 50s and 60s as young people. But we got accused because our parents had been of the mindset that you got a job after high school and you stayed in it until you retired. And when we came out of high school, we took a job here and a job there, and we went traveling, and we did this and we did that, and we got accused of being drifters and not applying ourselves and not being serious about life and all of those things. And in truth, when we found what it was that we really, really were here to do, we could not be stopped. When I found numerology, I would go on Facebook for free, twice a week if necessary. Um, because we will do it. And you've got that line, that 159, that line of determination. We will not buy into determination for somebody else to promote their business, to do what push the button in the factory every 5 seconds. No, we're not doing that. But when we find what it is we are going to do, we are so good at applying ourselves and being present with it. And it is a wonderful thing. You've got the 7 and the 9 as well. You've no doubt you're aware that Spirit speaks through you and speaks for you and speaks with you. That's really nice. That was Tammy. Okay, so I'm still Jasmine. I can do Jasmine's numbers. Where are we? I like to know that I've got the right order, but I guess I don't have to. So I'm going to call it the 11th of April because that's how it's presenting at 1991. Lots of ones. Somebody else who oh gosh. All right. So another one who's really good at reading other people because they didn't you didn't get a chance to as a little person to fully formulate an idea of who is your whole entire soul. You did a lot of giving other people what they wanted to see, and that's fine. And if you've become an actor or you've become a salesperson, it will serve you incredibly well. But you did come from spirit into the human experience to have a human experience as your individual self. And you chose that day that would fragment your identity so that you could spend your life figuring out who you are and what it is that you're here to do. So I hope that work is underway. You left yourself the space, that's the line of skepticism. You left yourself the refusal to buy into other people's systems so that you could formulate your own and experiment and dabble and explore other places. You've also got this, first time we've seen this one today, across the center. That is the line of emotional sensitivity. So I've lost your name. Who am I talking to? Was this Jasmine? Yes. Jasmine was the kind of child who, if their brother fell off his bike, Jasmine would cry. Just emotional sensitivity, emotional empathy and expressiveness that very often, if you're in a Western culture, that gets discouraged later on. But there's still a soft heart, and even if you're living in a time and place where you're not allowed to be expressive about your emotions, you are very sympathetic and caring, and when you see somebody crying, you don't kick them, you feel for them, right? There's so you bring this lovely caring energy into the world, which is a gift to all of us. Absolutely fabulous. All right, Denise, yes, practicing meditation, good. All right, Siddhanti, power back to you. Denise, love and light, you're welcome. Okay, I have Nidhi. Okay, 1210, again without, but I guess I can do this. I don't need the right order. So 1 2 1 0 1 9 9 1. This is okay, yes. So we have again the line of the skeptic, and I'm not going to do too much talking about them because they're on the video and there's still some more people. So the diagonal line, whoops, this camera goes backwards. I can't do it. That's too good. All right, so that line, the diagonal skeptic, didn't take on anybody else's doctrine. You have left it to yourself to build your own belief set, and to do that based in the evidence of what you see and how you see it and how it has made itself available to you, and it has left you very open and very receptive to different ideas and different things. And then you have the line up the middle, which is that line of, it's called disappointment. I still haven't given it another name, but it's the one where no matter how good things are, you don't get complacent. You go looking to see how it could get better. And that's not a bad thing. I need more cards. Wow. Okay, so Shania, April the 11th, 2000. Oh, we love the 2000 children. You came with ones so that you would be able to talk to us old people. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. You're one of the, I was talking to somebody else who is older and has the twos, so they can be part of the bridge. You'll be on the bridge with her because you're a young person, but you've got the ones. So that is a delight. And then 2000. So you again have the line of skepticism. You're not taking anybody else's set of beliefs fully formed. You're going to find your own interpretation, and you're going to explore and do. Your total is an 8, which is that lovely balanced flow. It's very fair. It's very just. If you choose life as in a field like mediation, you'd be so trustworthy because you'd be willing. I could come to you and say I'm having an argument with your best friend, and you would listen to me and you would listen to your best friend, and you would make a decision based on the facts and not based on the fact that that's your best friend and I'm just some woman on the internet, right? Very fair, very just, very balanced in your approach. So a skeptic, you haven't taken stuff on. Those zeros, you have an innate understanding of the connection among all things, and sometimes that may hold you back a little bit, but there's no reason to believe anything except that you're here to do great things, because you absolutely are. That's lovely. Thank you, Shania, for being here today. Jean Hill Williams on the 6th of the 3rd, 1964. I have 6, I have 3, I have 1, 9, 6, and 4. So you have the emotional sensitivity that we saw just a couple of minutes ago across that center. And then this line, we haven't seen the 369 line tonight, today, whenever we are. This is, it's called the line of the intellect. I like to call it the line of synthesis. because it is a very 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is the ability to whether you may have gone and got your PhD and done jump through all the hoops that the patriarchy asks you to, um, and you have that academic and intellectual excellence that you can prove. You also may not have, but you have been the person who can take information and take systems and take examples from many different places and formulate a way of being, and whether that's a way of life or a way of teaching people around you, or it's how you fix car engines, whatever it is, you synthesize new and different ways of bringing things together, and that is a brilliant and wonderful skill. Your total for your whole of life is a 2, so that's about community, it's about relationships, that's about being with other people. And so that was Jean Hill. um that too very much has you still working with young people, and with the new ones coming up, and they're not so. For a little while we used to talk about these little babies who were born in 2000. Yeah, now they're 20, and they're offering to make me a loan at the bank. It's really, really, the passage of time I find very disconcerting because it's going so fast. All right. So, Jasmine, I see that it was November, not April. Thank you for putting that in. I'm sorry I didn't get to it. Gina Dion of Nova Scotia, of great fame. I know that name. Wow, how lovely to see you here. Thank you for coming. The fifth, or unless you're another Gina Dion, in which case, welcome anyway, because it's a great name and a good person. All right, 5 and 3. We have 6 and 4. We have 2. So we have 5 and 5 is 1. So an innovator, absolutely. I think what I know about you, that would fit. So the 5, 1, 2, 1, 9, 6, 4. You're everywhere. That's so cool. All right, so line of determination, the 159. 1964. You are part of a generation that I have seen over my years doing this. Children in the 60s who came in May or who came on the 5th of something had friends who were born in the 50s. And sometimes it's just older siblings, because from 64 back to 59 is not that much of a gap in a family. But sometimes, even if you were the oldest, your friends were people who were that much older than you. So that's a really, really nice connection that you have with that. And it's that line of determination. It's that when you find it, you will stay with it, you will never let it go. You've got the full line. We've been seeing a lot of empty lines up the center today. You have the full one, which is the line of ambition. This is the line that very similar to the other one. The other one is about not being satisfied with where you are and looking for something else. With you, this is a similar. It's like the other side of the coin. This is no matter how successful, no matter how comfortable, you don't get comfortable because you strive. You strive. There's that. Yes, I'm a department head. I think I want to be a vice president. I think I want to be a president. I think I want to be chair of the board. Whatever. There's that slow and steady growth and expansion into your fullest self. So that is really nice. That's a very nice, reasonably balanced chart with lots of digits in it. The 2 ones that need to just really get certain about who you are. Little girls raised in the 60s didn't get celebrated for all of their glorious nature in quite the way. Um, it is Oh, have we come to the end? Oh, this is so good. Thank you. Um, the that you can put on the mask and show something else to other people. And it isn't about being false. It's about being, sometimes it's about professionally appropriate, and there's sort of your public self and your private self, and that's okay. But as life goes on and as you become more and more fully into being Gina, then you are you, whether you're at the front of the conference hall doing the keynote or you're in the shower checking your breasts for lumps. It's still you, and you don't change. So getting to that place is what life is all about. Absolutely. So Jasmine, yes, the lines don't change because of the November to April. That was just me being rigid about what I do. And in truth, the numbers in the grid, it doesn't matter what order they're in. It's when we're doing other calculations that the month matters. Well, this has been just so much fun. No, I don't want to leave the site. Stop it. I think, oh, it snapped me back to the very top. I don't understand why. Okay, so I think, Nidhi, I did you. And yeah, I don't know if I put the 10th or the 12th, but either way, the digits are the same. Shania, thank you for affirming that this came good. Good, good, good. Laurie, I've done you before, I'm sure, Laurie, but I will again. Last one, because we're after 3. So thank you, Shania. And anybody who has enjoyed this and would like to do more and really get deeply into, because as well as your birth date, I chart names, and it's a wonderful, wonderful field for learning about yourself and for maximizing your own skills and talents and finding ways to make it work. Okay, Laurie. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Laurie, to hear that you're not. Okay, you're welcome, Gina. It was good to see you. It was. Oh, and if anybody's still here, I can't tell who's still here. I'm going to be doing a Zoom thing about numerology for anyone who's interested. I think I talked about it at the beginning before anybody got here. So the 2nd of July, Thursday the 2nd of July at 10:30 Eastern, I'm going to be doing a free Zoom, talk about numerology, play with some stuff. Get a hold of me either through Facebook, the direct messaging, or go to my website, jolie.com, go to the Contact Us, and my email is there. And I will send you the link, but you do need to let me know where you are and that you want to attend. Otherwise, I can't get the link to you, right? So I'm doing also the following Wednesday. I'm going to do a thing about card spreads, because a lot of people. I did a survey, and there's a Survey Monkey survey on this page. If you check, and if you're new here, please like and follow this page. What am I? I'm sorry. I'm in Laurie's numbers, and I'm trying to do my spiel. My spiel. Lots of there. I have a newsletter. You can go to jolie.com and sign up for that. It's free. It will let you know what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. I've extended the special, the 50 minutes for $50, private sessions, doing cards or doing numerology or whatever works to help you make the most of things. And I do have my card decks are on sale now. I actually got some in my hand. I'm so happy. The Wisdom of the Garden Path cards, which have been being birthed for a really long time. They're here. I'm so excited. A small number of them are here, a bigger number coming next week. So very, very exciting, and I'm delighted to be able to share them with you. All right, so that's the big sale. Everybody else can leave except Lori. I'm so sorry that what you're telling me. You're in a 3 years, so June is a 9 month. You've got stuff coming to conclusions. You've got finishings going on, and things that it is time to release them and let them go. So maybe that you're interpreting that as a bad day because you're resisting those endings. I don't know, and not to make light. I'm sorry, it's a bad day, and yeah, but that might be the vibration that's adding to that feeling. I hope that you're physically healthy and this isn't about COVID or something. All right. Okay, I have got the right Gina. I'm so pleased about that. That is so nice. I do see a few names from Nova Scotia, but unless people actually identify, but for some reason yours, and you and your brother, I periodically see his name on a TV screen. Not very often anymore because I don't watch TV much, but your names are with me. What can I say? So Lori, if you want to drop me a private message, we can maybe have a chat and see where you're at. I'm sorry that it's crappy. Thank you, everybody. I have a huge stack of postcards. That was so much fun. I have to tell you, numerology is my drug. I'm going to be high for the rest of the day. This has been awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look forward to seeing you again. And I wish everybody be happy and safe and well, and stay the blazes home. Wear a mask when you go out. Thank you. I'll be back here on, this is Friday. I'll be back on Tuesday at 11 o'clock Eastern, and we'll do some cards. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.